Mike Dell's World, number 145 for December 31st, 2009. It's New Year's Eve. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Mike. And I figured I'd squeeze one more show into the year 2009. So happy New Year's. Whether you're listening to this before or after, this will be released on New Year's Eve. Let's see, it's about 10 o'clock Eastern time right now. So this should hit the RSS feed sometime before noon. Actually expecting a package from FedEx, UPS, or U.S. Mail. I'm not sure which, but I'm expecting a package. So that'll be my new microphone. But enough about that. I don't want to get into the navel gazing that I sometimes get into about podcasting. And just say that, oh yeah, by the way, that song that I just played, that was by Maria Danes, or at least her group. It's called New Year's Eve. Excuse the cough there. I don't have a cough button on this system yet. I ought to do that. Anyway, figured I'd play that one. A little bit rock related. See, normally I would play some folky thing or some funny thing or whatever, but figured what the hell, this time I'll do some stuff. And by the way, I got that song from Music Alley, formerly known as the PodSafe Music Network. Let's see, since the last time I've recorded, we went ahead and got through Christmas okay. And, of course, it was busy and, at times boring, at times exciting. The upshot is it's over. Ended up, let's see, Christmas Eve, we did my mom's side of the family, and with the cousins and grandma and and aunts and uncles and whatnot over at my cousin's house just across town. And then afterwards, we all, Mom, Dad, and my sister and nephew and my wife and I went out and did our Christmas out at my folks' place. Just did the opening gifts and whatnot. And then Christmas morning, got up and went downstate. Went down to Grand Haven to Kathy's brother's house and did our little dinner and gifts exchange in the afternoon. And that was nice. And we stayed with a friend of ours down in Grand Haven for a couple of days. And all that good stuff. Of course, get to see my niece and her husband and child. And so, yeah, it was good. Got to visit everybody. Had some boring moments to it. But, in fact, it's kind of funny. I left my digital recorder in the truck because I had planned on Kathy and I doing a little podcasting on the way down, but that never happened. But I left the digital recorder set up in the sun visor in the Cadillac, and Kathy and a couple of her girlfriends and her niece took off and went to the mall on Saturday up in Muskegon, which, are down in Muskegon, from where we're at now. But anyway, Kathy decided to record some of it, and I haven't listened to it yet, but she says it was pretty funny, because of the conversation between all the girls there. So I don't know, maybe that'll come out in a podcast at some point, but she didn't tell them she was recording, so that might be interesting. So anyway, we got back Sunday, and of course I had Sunday night off also, so I just relaxed and regrouped on Sunday and Sunday evening and all that good stuff. Kathy's last day of work. Her company is closing down, or did close down. Well, not really her company, but the division of her company. She's been working 20 years for this hotel resort conference center thing on East Grand Traverse Bay. And about 4 years ago, the owners sold it to another owner, and he proceeded to tear down the entire hotel, but left the conference center, which was a separate building, standing, and left that run. And so for the last 4 years, the conference center's been freestanding, and where the hotel was, he built expensive condos. Well, of course, the real estate market took a dump, and things aren't going so good. And anyway, they decided that December 23rd was going to be the last day of the conference center, which is what Kathy did. She was the convention and services manager there. And so anyway, so now Kathy's unemployed, but I think that's going to be a temporary condition even here in Michigan. Of course, this part of Michigan doesn't have the economic woes that southern Michigan has, although we've got some up here, of course. And a lot of the time, I think companies make that as an excuse to do stupid stuff. Well, the economy's bad, so we can't do X, Y, or Z. Well, you know what? The economy's not so bad here. I mean, try getting into Walmart, but that's a whole other discussion. I don't want to get political, but anyway. So Kathy's, like I said, she went in for a half day on Monday just to close out all the books and whatever, and the conference center is now going to be a church. Church leased the conference center, and so that'll be interesting to see what they do with that. And like I said, I don't believe... Oh, by the way, Kathy's my wife, in case you're new to the show or don't know me. But anyway, I don't think Kathy will be unemployed for too awful long, and even if she is, we're all right. But anyway, that being the case, the gotta make sure that she doesn't, or that she knows that I'm recording. Because see, usually, since I work nights, she worked days. I used to be able to come down here and do podcasting and all that, and not have to worry about, what was going on upstairs. But now, I've got to sort of warn her, say, hey, I'm down there recording. Don't walk around in the kitchen too much, because right above my head, in fact, right above my desk where this computer sits that I'm sitting in front of, is the kitchen sink. It's right above my head. And, of course, we live in maybe you don't know, but those of you that do know, we live in a 1940s log cabin home, which was renovated in the 60s, and not really been renovated much since then. Of course, we've done little things over the years and all that, but anyway, it's got squeaky floors and, half basement under the 1960s part of the house. And where my podcast studio is in the basement right under the kitchen. So can't have people walking around on the squeaky floor upstairs. Although I've added a few audio components. In fact, that package that I'm expecting, like I said, is a new microphone, which shouldn't make a huge difference because, this microphone's pretty good, but that one will be just that much better. This one is a Shure VP64, and getting the, it'd be the equivalent of a Shure SM58, although it's not an SM58, it's the Behringer version of it. But I read online hundreds of reviews of the difference between the Shure SM58 and this Behringer copy, and some people say the Behringer's better. Some people say the Behringer's exactly the same as the SM58, but I hadn't heard anybody say that the Behringer was worse. Darn, get the frog in my throat. But anyway, they said, like I said, that nobody said that the Behringer was worse. And the price, the SM58 is, somewhere around $100. And this thing, I think I got it for $19.99. I still want to get my Heil PR40 or something really cool like that. But I think with the audio processing that I'm doing, yes, I do processing, and I do a little bit of post editing. Of course, like I said, don't want to get into the navel gazing. So anyway, I better talk about my sponsor one more time for this year, and that is GoToMeeting. In fact, I had a GoToMeeting this morning with the guy that I collaborate at my night job, and it worked out really well. Let me see. I got to see which talking points I have to use. I'm doing this on the fly. Even though I do post-editing, I do live to the hard drive for the initial recording. So, and what do we got here? What are we going to call this? Okay, it says hassle. Well, let's open up the talking points for hassle. Anyway, it's really not a hassle. But, the problem that some people have is face-to-face business meetings with clients and colleagues is, going to be a hassle to travel for. You don't want to have to get up and go anywhere. And with GoToMeeting, you don't really have to. You just one click, and you can host sales presentations, training sessions, product demos, right from your desk. You share your screen. You can, show somebody what you're doing. You can give them control and say, here, what are you doing, and all that. And you get free voice over IP or phone in, whichever is easiest. It's also really good, if you're going to train a group on something, and the group is scattered all over the country or even the world. Everybody come into the GoToMeeting session, and you train them right there on your screen and share it with whoever else is on the call with you. Let's see, GoToMeetings, just $49 a month for unlimited online meetings. Competing services have a per meeting charge or per hour charge or something like that, or per attendee charge. I think the big, the closest competitor, it's per meeting and plus per attendee. With GoToMeeting, it's just that flat rate and it's unlimited. I mean, you can have the thing on all day and have people popping in and out, or you could, have an all-day meeting, or you could have, a meeting with 100 different people during the day. And our listeners, well, what's this? That's what the script says. My listeners can try GoToMeeting free for 30 days. That's a month of unlimited online meetings for free. For this special offer, you must visit www.gotomeeting.com/techpodcasts. That's plural. That's gotomeeting.com/techpodcasts for the free trial. And, go sign up for it. It's kind of cool, just, play with it with your friends or something. For 30 days, you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to give them your credit card, and it helps me out. You just do the free trial. You don't even have to spend any money with them. So anyway, with that, I think I'm going to play another song. And I kind of been reminiscing, it's the end of the decade. And I know, there's people that argue that no, 2010 is the last year of the decade. And well, you know what? Crap. You don't call 1970 part of the 60s. You don't call 1960 part of the 50s. Well, I'm not going to call 2010 part of the aughts. I don't even know what you call it. What would you call that? Give me a voicemail, email, voice comment, whatever. What do you think we should call this decade that's ending today or tonight? The aughts is what I've heard, or the 2000s, but that doesn't really make sense because 2010 is part of the 2000s. 2050 will be part of the 2000s. That'd be like saying the 1900s. So no, it can't be that. So it'd have to be the aughts, or I don't know, or the single digits. I don't know. What do you call it? So anyway, like I said, I was reminiscing here, and while I was reminiscing, I come across a few songs that bring me back to the first days of podcasting nearly half a decade ago. I started in early 2005, and podcasting itself started in earnest sometime in 2004. At least that's when I became aware of it, and most everybody else did it. Who knows, there might have been something like that. I know the name didn't really stick until 2004. But anyway, I'm going to play one from Kevin Reeves. He uploaded this to the PodSafe Music Network back in 2005, and it's kind of been a standard. Whenever I hear this, I immediately think of podcasting's beginnings. It's called Throw Me a Line.
Mind, but I'm lost and I'm can't feel. Don't know darkness from light, don't know daytime from night. Heart is racing, is it real? Or will I wake up from this in the midst of your kiss and embracing? What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't think I can make it without you. Throw me a line, 'cause I don't think I can make it on my own. Throw me a line, I'm afraid that I might die here all alone. Show me a sign, tell me that you'll still in love with me. Throw me a What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't think I can make it without you. Throw me a line, 'cause I don't think I can make it on my own. Throw me a line, I'm afraid that I might die here all alone. Show me a sign, and tell me that you're still in love with me. Throw me a line. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Throw me a line. Throw me a line. Throw me a line. Throw me a line.
That was Kevin Reeves, Throw Me a Line, from the Podsafe Music Network, and otherwise known now as Music Alley, over at musicalley.com. Yeah, like I said, Kevin was one of the original Podsafe music artists that come along back in the 05, maybe 04. Another one's Matthew Ebel, which I'm going to play his biggest hit here a little bit later. But what do you think was the biggest thing that happened this decade? And of course, other than 9/11, which obviously was one of the bigger things that happened. But as far as maybe in the podcasting world in this half decade that it's been in existence. Do you remember some of the old Podsafe artists? Do you remember some of the podcasts that are now gone? I remember, a lot of the podcasts that I used to listen to, they're no longer in existence. Or if they are, they're vastly different than they were. And, there's a lot more corporate entities in podcasting. Yeah, I was going to mention the helicopter that's flying over the house right now, but after processing, you probably won't hear it. But in case you do, it's an H-65 Dolphin helicopter from the U.S. Coast Guard. We were right here next to the Coast Guard Air Station and Cherry Capital Airport. And a lot of times they fly over the house. Sometimes it picks up on the mic. They used to use this big MXL, looks like a big beer can type mic condenser. And that's fine if you're in a quiet studio, but I'm not in a quiet studio, so I'm switching to dynamic mics. Like I said, I've got this one that I'm using now, this VP64 Shure. And maybe the FedEx guy will come during the next song, and I'll switch to the new Behringer mic that I'm getting, but who knows? That'll probably be the next podcast. But can't really use a condenser down here. So anyway, let me regroup here.
You are listening to Mike on Mike Dell's World, a show about nothing.
Well, that was really quiet. Oh well, maybe I'll boost that back up. That was Kathy. I gotta get her down here to record some more stuff. And hey, maybe since she'll be home in the mornings, maybe I'll get her to do the podcast with me, and I'll have two dynamic mics to use, and that might work out. Yeah, get her to podcast some more. She hasn't really done much podcasting since we closed down Strange today. Oops, there's a noise in the background, but probably won't be able to get rid of that. I'm not going to try hard. So that's the what do you call that? The condensate pump on the furnace. See, we need the furnace here since it's rather chilly here in Traverse City. Well, actually, it's not too bad. It's 32. We're having a heat wave. So it looks like it's going to go to 33 today. So that might not be good. Might get all wet and sloppy out there with all the snow we got. Oh, you didn't tune in here to hear about the weather. So I'm going to go ahead and play another song. This one's, I'll play the Matthew Ebel song at the end. Go out on that. So let's play one from Special Patrol. It's another song called New Year's Eve.
Dazzling and we fight to breathe. It's New Year's Eve, and I can feel you in my bloodstream. I'm rock and roll, I feel like James Dean. They're rolling out and we're rolling in, recovering like I'm forever 19. I'm in a constant state of daydream, yeah. I'm gonna put the flame back in this fire. I'm gonna walk myself out on the wire. I'm gonna put the street back in this fight. Never say goodbye. We take the lead in the crowds forever following, and everyone I know is right here, and everything I love is so clear. A drink or two and we stick like glue, and I'm on you. I can feel you from the inside, and on the out you're feeling so tight, yeah. I'm gonna put the flame back in this fire. I'm gonna walk myself out on this wire. I'm gonna put the street back in this fight. I never said die, yeah. I'm never gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna put myself back on the line. Just give me 15 minutes to shine, and I'll get it right. I never really learned to say goodbye. We're gonna keep it loose to get it right. We're gonna put the street back in this fight and keep it so tight, yeah.
Okay. Well, that was Special Patrol New Year's Eve. And during the break there, I was looking at Twitter and went ahead and tweeted that I was recording. Probably nobody cares too much, but Looks like Rush Limbaugh is in the hospital. It's kind of, I guess he's doing all right from what I hear, but somebody twittered, I hit the, trending topics. He actually made the trending topics, and somebody said he was trying to make the 2009 celebrity death list, and so far has failed. Hopefully it's all minor. It says, Rush Limbaugh took some pain meds after experiencing back pain, is now saying New Orleans took some water after... Anyway, well, whatever. All these tweets are something else. But anyway, I gotta quit looking at that and concentrate on what I'm doing. Well, let's see, our plans for tonight are pretty much nothing. We may go out and about a little bit earlier in the evening. Who knows? Depends on what time I get to bed and all that stuff. I might go visit a couple of friends' parties and just make an appearance, and then come home and I don't know, just come home, get off the road before all the crazies get on the road. That'd probably be a good idea. But nothing super special planned. I don't have to go back to work till Sunday night, so got good 3 days off and plan on not doing much. Like I said, after the busy Christmas week and weekend, it's a good thing to not have a whole lot to do. And so that's what we'll stick to. I do have a question for you tech geeks out there. I've got a server machine here that I acquired and need to get some information off of it in the form of a bunch of Word and Excel documents. The problem with this server machine is that it's Windows NT 4 based. It doesn't have a version of Word on it, and I don't have a version of Word that will open those files. I can't figure out how to get the network card to talk to my network. It has a SCSI hard drive in it, so I can't take the hard drive out and put it on another machine and get the stuff off. And it doesn't have USB, so I can't use a thumb drive or a portable hard drive. It doesn't have a CD writer, so I can't write CDs. So how in the heck am I going to get this information off of this machine? Either I got to figure out how to make NT4 talk to my network, or I got to figure out how to hook up an IDE hard drive, or figure out how to, I don't know. It's going to be a trick. I don't have another machine that'll read SCSI, and even if I did, it would probably be formatted wrong. So anybody geeky enough to know what to do with this, let me know. I just came up with an idea. Maybe Randy out there, he'd probably be the guy to know. Maybe if I boot, I wonder if Ubuntu would boot on that machine for the CD. Yeah, that should talk to the network. It's a good idea. Glad I thought of it. But anybody out there that has any suggestions, let me know. Like I said, I don't want to have to buy any hardware to do this, but I may have to. It's information that may come in handy at some point, but the original network that this thing was on is no longer. And, so it's not something that's going to be easy to do. And it was all, it was managing, a domain and all that. So, there's a lot of goofy old business type protocols on there that I'm just not really familiar with. I'm not an IT guy and wasn't back then either. So I don't know. It might be a little tricky. I thought about maybe a good old-fashioned serial lap link cable, but funny thing is I don't think I own anything with a serial port. And I do have, well, no, actually I do. That might work too. I don't know. sure there'll be a way to do it. And since it's all a bunch of little files, it's not like, a big deal. It does have a floppy drive, but the other thing is I don't have a floppy equipped machine other than that one. And besides that, it's more than, it'd be a lot of floppies by the time I got done. So I don't think that's a viable option. But I guess worst comes to worst, we could do that. But anyway, if you got any good ideas, well, let me know about that. So I really don't have a whole lot more to say this year. Lots of new stuff coming in 2010. I'm going to revamp the format of this show just a little bit. And actually, I don't know what you guys feel about it, but I'm thinking that I need to cut down on the music and talk more. And to do that, I'm going to have to make it about something. And B, I'm going to have to just, resist the urge to play all this music. I don't mind playing music, and, I hope you don't mind. But, sometimes I listen to podcasts that, I fast forward through the music. I'm sure a lot of you guys do the same thing on this one. So instead of, making it all full of music, I might just make it more of a mind dump. I'll talk about this, that, or the other thing, and because that's always evolving, and this has always been my podcast to experiment with things, and let me know what you think I should do. Like I said, I've got stories I could tell, and I got stuff I want to talk about sometimes, and hey, it'd be great if you guys threw me some subjects. You can give me a call anytime. Area code 231-715-1366. That'll get you the voicemail. And actually, that's my Google Voice number. So I may actually just answer the phone, but a lot of the times it'll go to voicemail. And if you just leave me a voicemail comment there, that would be great. That way I could play it on the show and discuss a topic or whatever, and keep this thing going. Like I said, and the other thing I've decided is I'm going to drop the advertising. That was an experiment this quarter. We'll see how it goes, but I think I'm going to go ahead and drop that. There's really no reason to advertise on this one. I'm going to have other things that I'll be doing some advertising on, and that I'm sure I'll tell you about in the future, but I'll make this one more my audio blog, mind dump like it's always been, but maybe with a little less music. Maybe I'll have a music special and mark it well so you can know to skip it if you don't like the music and all that. And I'm also in 2010 want to experiment with video, although I don't know what kind of video, and I probably won't put it in the feed. I probably will just dump it up on YouTube or Vimeo or whatever, Vidler, or maybe all the above, and that way, then, either post a link to it on the blog, embed it on the blog here or on the blog page over at mikedell.com, or even better yet, I'll just mention it in a little crackly going on there. I'll mention it in a podcast, and you guys can go check it out as you need. That's another pet peeve of mine is some podcasts, they throw a little video in there. I'd rather do it, live. Maybe do Ustream of me recording. Maybe, I don't know who's around this time of the morning, 'cause that's usually when I record. I also downloaded something new for my Android phone. It's Quick. You've probably heard of it, QIK.com. And that's where you can do mobile live broadcasts, and it also, records it, and then it'll Twitter when you're on live, and it also keeps the recording there on the site, and you can also have it go to YouTube or embed in your WordPress blog or whatever. I want to do a lot more experimenting with that kind of stuff in the coming year. Yeah, what else? You guys got any New Year's resolutions. Of course, last year I resolved to do a blog post a day. That didn't ever work out, but I do Twitter every day, at least once or twice, sometimes more. Oops, I think that's my new microphone. Hang on while I pause this. Okay, yep, that was the new microphone. Kind of a nice looking thing. I haven't plugged it in yet, but I think what I'll do is, while the next song is playing, I'll plug it in and let you hear it afterwards. In case you are not going to stick around for the next song, we'll just go ahead and the next podcast will have the new mic. Probably won't make a whole lot of difference, but who knows? We'll give it a try anyway. So, anyway, I'm going to play the last song here. Said it's Matthew Ebel's, I guess you'd call it his biggest hit from, I don't know exactly what year, but it was on the PodSafe Music Network back in the day, and it still shows up as one of the most popular songs there. And it's called Drive Away by Matthew Ebel after this unannoying announcement.
This podcast is part of the Blueberry Network. Find freshly picked podcasts just for you at blueberry.com. That's blueberry, no ease.com.
There was a time when nothing stood in between us. Now there's a curve in the road so sharp it'll make you bleed. We don't talk, we just punch the clock. We can't find each other in the same old gridlock. Maybe a little escape, what we need. Living your love and your work like a dog every morning. The city's a pain like the latte stain on your dress. Get in the van before you break down. It don't cost a dime to leave this town. Get on the road cause we gotta get out of this mess. So let's drive away. Let the sunlight chase us all day. Nothing gonna stand in our way. Yeah, let's drive away. Love was a word in a song and I took it for granted. A bump in the road, not really a part of the drive. Come on, Kawana, it's alright. You made me believe tonight. It's love that makes it so damn good to be alive. Oh, so let's drive away. Let the sunlight chase us all day. Nothing gonna stand in our way. Yeah, let's drive away. Oh, sorry if I seem fast, but I gotta get going. There's gotta be more than the coffee shops and the bars. Maybe it's too late. Maybe, baby, it's just fate. Maybe you'll take my hand and we'll get in the car. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So let's drive away. Let the sunlight chase us all day. Baby, that's all I got to say. What I got to say. Let's drive
Okay, wow, that's a little bit different sound there. I got to do a little tweaking on that, I think. But anyway, this is the new Behringer. What is it? I can't read it while I talk on it. It's the XM8500. XM8500. I think I need a pop filter on it, though. But I don't know. Seems all right. I think it has a little bit more bass to it. And like I said, I equalized that out a little bit. And I don't know. I'll have to play with it a little bit. But anyway, that's the first time this microphone's been plugged in here. And it, like I said, got delivered there a little bit ago. And during the song, I took out the Shure mic and put this one on here. So, yeah, I could see I got to change my mic position a little bit. Maybe I need to turn it up and sit back a little bit. I don't know. We'll play with it, and hopefully it'll sound decent. It does have a pretty tight pattern, though. That's, I guess, a good thing. Maybe cuts down on the background noise. Maybe not. So anyway, with that, I'm going to call this a podcast. I'm going to call this a year and call it a decade. This is Mike, and you've been listening to Mike Dell's World podcast.
That's all, folks.